Hello children, welcome back to my channel. Now I am dealing with 8th class maths direct and inverse proportion. In that I am dealing with the compound ratio. Earlier we have done direct and inverse ratios. If these direct and inverse ratios are dealing with only two quantities, but in case if you have more than two quantities, how the problem should be solved. See, the definition or the explanation that is given to the compound ratio can be taken like this: when change in one quantity depends upon the change in two or more quantities. See, earlier there were only two, now more than two quantities. Then the first quantity is equated with compound ratio of other two quantities. What you have to do? What is the value that you need to identify or you need to find out should be taken as the first quantity. The remaining two should be taken as the second quantities, and you have to find out the compound ratios of that. That will give you the result of that problem, children. For an example, let us see 10th example. Consider the mess charges for 35 students for 24 days is 6,300. See here, 1, 2, 3 are there. What are the number of students are there, number of days are there, and amount, that is the amount means the mess charges they have given. Then how much will be the mess charges for 25 students for 18 days? So see here you have three quantities. How you need to do? Let us see. So here what you have got? Number of students you have got. Number of students we have got, and then what else we have got? A number of students, number of days, and charges. These are the three values you have got. First, let us take the values. Here, 35 students, 24 days, 6,300. Now the question is, what will be the mess charges? So we need to find out this. This should be considered as, let us consider it as x, not y. Wait, let us consider this as x. 25 students, number of students are 25 and number of days are 80. So first what you need to do, you have to identify what are the three quantities given in the problem. Then whatever the values that are given, you keep them underneath this. Afterwards, wherever you have got this x, that means what we need to find out, that you consider it as x, and the remaining both should be considered as y. Why? Because we need to find out the compound ratios of these two. This is x. So let us take each one with the other one. So charges with students, how are they proportion? Charges with the number of days we need to do. So let us see charges. Charges are directly proportional to number of students. Why, children? Because if number of students increases, the charges also will increase. So we'll say that x is directly proportional to y. That means what? X1 is to y, x2. X1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. Already we have discussed earlier. See, if it is inverse ratio, y2 is to y1 we will write, because it is a direct ratio or a direct proportion, y1 is to y2. So let us consider this as x1, x2, y1, y2. Okay, that means 6300 is to x is equal to 35 is to 25. This can be simplified. So 6300 is to x is equal to 5 7s are 35, 5 5s are 25. So we have got it here. First, for charges and number of students. We have got it. Now let us go for charges and number of days. Charges and number of days. This also is a children. When number of days increases, charges also will increase. So charges are directly proportional to number of days. Therefore, x is directly proportional to y. Therefore, x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So now this becomes y1 and this becomes y2. So 6300 is to x is equal to 24 is to 18. This can be simplified. So let us see. 6300 is to x is equal to 6 4s are 6 3s are 4 is to 3. Now what we need to do? We have to find out, as we said, see, in this equation, in this definition, what they said, the first quantity is equated with compound ratios of other two quantities. Therefore, what you will be saying, 6300 is to x is equal to compound ratio of, what are the compound ratios of? 7 is to 5, 4 is to 3. Compound ratios of 7 is to 5 and 4 is to 3. That means 6300 is to x is equal to compound ratio. How we will do? Antecedent into antecedent. 7 into 4 is to consequent into consequent. That means 7 into 4 into x is equal to 6300 into 5 into 3. So what is x? 6300 into 5 into 3 by 7 into 4. 7 9s are 63 now, so this is 900. Again 4 2s are, I need space, so I'll be just writing in some other place. Here division, I need space. So x is equal to 6300 into 5 into 3 by 7 into 4. 7 9s are 0 0. 4 2s are 8. 4 2s are 8. 4 5s are 20. So what is x? I'll do it here, children. Place is not sufficient, so I'll do it here. So x is equal to 225 into 5 3s are 15. 15 5s are 75. 15 2s are 30 plus 7 37. 15 2s are 33 33. So x means what? Mess charges for 25 students. So I'll write the mess charges for 25 students for 18 days is equal to rupees 3375 is the answer. So I hope I am clear, children. Once again I'll say these are all compound ratio sums, where in the earlier case you have got only two ratios, two values, two quantities. Now 1, 2, 3 quantities are given. 35 students. For 35 students, 24 days, mess charges are 6,200, 300 rupees. For 25 students, for 18 days, how much are the mess charges? So what you need to do is, first you identify what are the three quantities given in the problem. Write the quantities, don't put x and y, because we should understand first. After writing this equation or this table, we will understand where we need to keep the x. So first I have got all the three values I have written, and second line what we are getting 25 students I have written here, 18 days I have written here, but this we need to find out. So whatever we need to find out, for that you keep x. So if it is x, then definitely the remaining two will be y only. We need to find out compound ratio of it. But before going to compound ratio, for each value, for each quantity, how is that the asked quantity related? Is it directly proportional or inversely proportional? Accordingly, we have to write the ratio. So charges and number of students are directly proportional. So if they are directly proportional, x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So I have got the ratio as 6300 is to x is 7 is to 5. Next, number of students, number of days. When days increases, definitely charges will increase. They are also directly proportional. So x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. Now I kept this as y1, this as y2, and I simplified. I have got the ratio. Now what should I do? I should equate this with compound ratio of this. So 6300 is to x is equal to, this is equal to, children, don't consider it as ratio again, is equal to 6300 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 7 is to 5 is to 4 is to 3. So this is equal to compound ratio means you have already done in the previous exercises, antecedent into antecedent is to consequent into consequent. So 6300 is to x is 7 into 4 is to 5 into 3. So product of means is equal to product of extremes. 7 into 4 into x is equal to 6300 into 5 into 3. So we have got x values 3,375 rupees. The mess charges for 25 students and for 18 days is 3,375. Please note it down, children. Now, example 11, 24 workers working 6 hours a day can finish a work in 14 days. If each worker works for 7 hours a day, find the number of workers to finish the same piece of work in 8 days. So here what are the three quantities you have got? Number of workers, 24 workers, that is number of workers, and number of hours, working hours, and number of days. So these are given. How many workers? 24 workers working for 6 hours a day can finish the work in 14 days. Now, if each worker works for 7 hours, find the number of workers, that is, the workers are x, to finish the same piece of work in 8 days. See, we have written all this table. After writing this table, we have understood that this is x, this is y, this is also y. Now, let us see. Number of workers, how are they related? Number of workers, number of hours, how are they related? If number of workers increases, the number of hours of completing the job will be decreased, or number of workers decreases, the number of hours for completing the job needs more time to complete it. So number of workers are inversely proportional to number of hours. That means x is inversely proportional to y. That means x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So this is x1, this is x2, this is y1, and this is y2. So x1 is 24 is to x2 is x is equal to y2 is 7 is to 6. Okay, here we need not simplify, it itself is like this. Now let me see the next. Again, the proportionality we have to see. Number of days proportional to, see, number of days and number of workers. Let us see first workers. Number of workers number of workers and number of days. If workers work for more days, then the number of workers, number of days will be inversely proportional, because if they take more days, they need less number of workers. If the number of days are more, that means less number of workers. If they work, they take more days to complete. If more number of workers are doing the same work, then within very few days they can complete. So number of workers is inversely proportional to number of days. So x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So here this is y1 and this is y2. So x1 is 24 is to x2 is x is equal to y2 is 8 is to 14. That means we can simplify it further. X is equal to 2 4s are 2 8s are 2 7s are. So 24 is to x is equal to 7 is to 4. So what we need to do? Therefore, 24 is to x is equal to compound ratio of, I am not writing completely children, abbreviation I am writing, compound ratio of 7 is to 6 is to 7 is to 6, and I should write and 4 is to 7. That means 24 is to x is equal to 7 into 4, antecedent into antecedent, is to 6 into 7. This is equal. So x into 7 into 4 is equal to product of means is equal to product of extreme, 6 into 7 into 24. So what is x? 6 into 7 into 24 by 7 into 4. 7 sevens, 4 ones are 4 6 are 6 6 are 36. So what is the answer that we are getting here? The question is, if each worker works for 7 days, find the number of workers. So therefore, number of workers to finish the same piece of work in, what is that they said, number of workers in same piece of work in 8 days is equal to, how many we have got? 36. This is the answer. So once again, let us see. They have given that 24 workers working for 6 days, they can finish a work in 14 days. Then if they are working for 7 days, okay, 7 hours, 7 hours and 8 days, how many workers are needed to complete the same piece of work? So these are the three quantities that are given. X is here, so consider it as x. So the remaining two are y. Now let us see, with this we have to compare these quantities. So number of workers and number of hours are inversely proportional. X is inversely proportional to y. So x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. Inverse ratio, no? So this is what we have learned in the previous classes. So x1 is 24 is to x2 is x is equal to 7 is to 6. We cannot simplify it, leave it like this. Again, let us see the number of workers and number of days. They are also inversely proportional. So x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So here 8 is to 14 I can simplify, I have simplified. If you simplify here itself, here the work will be easy, children. So try to simplify here itself. Now we know that 24 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 7 is to 6 and 4 is to 7. We know that product of extremes, that is product of consequence is to product of product of antecedents is the product of consequence. So 24 is to x is equal to 7 into 4 is to 6 into 7. So product of means is equal to product of extremes is equal to product of extremes. So x into 7 into 4 is equal to 6 into 7 into 24. So x is equal to, if you calculate, we have got 36. So 36 workers are needed to complete it, children. Please note it down. Now example 12, children. 12 painters can paint a wall of 180 meters long in 3 days. How many painters are required to paint 200 meters long wall in 5 days? So here what are the three quantities? Number of painters and then length of the wall and then number of days. These are the three quantities. 12 painters can paint 180 meters long wall in 3 days. How many painters? So painters we don't know, X, are required to paint 200 meters long in 5 days. So here we have got X here. So consider this as X, this as Y and this as Y. Now number of painters. So when the painters will increase number, length of the wall will increase, so they can increase, they can cover a long means to a lot of distance. So number of painters are directly proportional to length of the wall. That means x is directly proportional to y. So x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So this is x1, this is x2, this is y1 and this is y2. So 12 is to x is equal to 200 is to 180. So let us simplify 200 is to 180. 0 and 0 will get cancelled. 2 tens are, 2 nines are. So 12 is to x is equal to 10 is to 9. Okay, this is about the number of painters and length of the wall. And number of painters how are the children with number of days? If painters increases, number of days will decrease. So number of painters will be inversely proportional to number of days. So x is inversely proportional to y. Therefore x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. Say children, in the earlier two examples, we have got both either direct proportion or both either inverse proportion. But here this is the problem of combination of direct and inverse proportion. So indirect proportion, we need to use this formula x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. In inverse proportion, we need to find out, so this becomes y1 now. This becomes y2 now. Here x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1 because inverse ratio. So x1 is 12 is to x2 is x is equal to, this is 5 days. 5 it is. 5 is to 3. We need not simplify it. So directly we can take this as it is. So therefore what we will get? 12 is to, therefore 12 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 10 is to 9 and 5 is to 3. So 12 is to x is equal to 10 into 5 is to 9 into 3. 10 into 5 into x is equal to 12 into 9 into 3. Product of extremes means is equal to product of extremes. X is equal to 12 into 9 into 3 by uh, 10 into 5. 10 into 5. So what we can say, this one, 2 6 are 2 5 are. Anything else? So now this problem, children, 12, example 12, 12 painters can paint a wall of 180 meters long in 3 days. How many painters are required to paint 200 meters long wall in 5 days? So let us see what are given here. Number of painters we have got, and length of wall, and number of days. So 12 painters can paint a wall of 180 meters long in 3 days. How many painters? So painters X to paint 200 meters long in 5 days. So X is here, so consider this as X, this is Y, and this is Y. So number of painters will be directly proportional to length of wall. If more painters are there, they can cover a long distance. So X is directly proportional to Y. Therefore, X1 is to X2 is equal to Y1 is to Y2. So this is X1, this is X2, Y1 and Y2. So 12 is to X is equal to Y1 is 180 is to, this is equal to 180 is to 200. So this you can simplify 0 and 0, 2 9s are, 2 10s are. Therefore 12 is to X is equal to 9 is to 10. Okay. Now let us say the next ratio. Number of painters and number of days. See children, when painters increase, days will decrease. So it is inversely proportional to number of days. So what we will say, x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. Here let me explain you one thing children. In the earlier two problems, first problem all are directly proportional. In second problem all are inversely proportional. But this problem it is a combination of direct proportion and inverse proportion. So here if you have got understood this, then this part we should be very careful. When you do wrong here, the whole problem will go wrong. Direct proportion means x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. Take that ratio. And here x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. This is very carefully you need to do children. That is 12 is to x is equal to y2 5 is to 3. So here we need not to simplify. So what we can say, 12 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 9 is to 10 and 5 is to 3. That means 12, I'll do it in the next place. So compound ratio means how will you get? Therefore, 12 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 9 into 5 antecedent into antecedent is to consequent into consequent, 10 into 3. This is 3. So 9 into 5 into x is equal to 10 into 3 into 12. So what is x? 10 into 3 into 12 by 9 into 5. 3 ones are 3 threes are, then 3 ones are, 3 fours are, 5 ones are, 5 twos are. This is 8. So what we can say, the eight painters are required. Number of painters required. Number of painters required is equal to 8. This is the answer for this problem, children. So here the problem has number of painters, length of war, number of days. So here 12 painters can do 180 meters long wall, can paint 180 meters long wall in 3 days. To paint 200 meters long for 5 days, how many painters are needed? So here x we need to consider here. So this becomes x, this becomes y, this becomes y. So let us compare these two. Number of painters will be directly proportional to length of wall. So x1 is to x2 is y1 is to y2. So x1, y1, x1, x2, y1, y2. So I have got 12 is to x is equal to 9 is to 10. Then here number of painters and number of days. When number of painters increases, days will decrease. Inversely proportional. So inversely proportional means, I forgot to write it here, children. X is inversely proportional to y. If x is inversely proportional to y, x1 is to x2 is y2 is to y1. So I have got the ratio 5 is to 3. So 12 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 9 is to 10. This is 9 is to 10 and 5 is to 3. So 12 is to x is 9 into 5 is to 10 into 3. On simplifying, I have got x value as 8. Please note down this, children. Now example 10.4, children. Exercise 10.4, first one. Rice costing rupees 480 is needed for 8 members for 20 days. What is the cost of rice required for 12 members for 15 days? So what are the values you have got? Cost of rice and number of members and number of days. So cost of rice 480 rupees for 8 members for 20 days. Now what is the cost of rice x required for 12 members for 15 days? So here this is x, so I'll keep x here, y here and y here. Now cost is directly proportional to number of members. When the members increase, cost will increase. Therefore, x is directly proportional to y. Therefore, x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So, x1, x2, y1 and y2. So, 480 is to x is equal to 8 is to 12. This can be written 2 4s are 2 or 4 twos are, with 4 we will say 4 twos are 4 threes are. Therefore, 480 is to x is equal to 2 is to 3. Okay, this is the first value. Now, again, cost. Cost is directly proportional to number of days. Why? If the days will increase, cost also will increase. Means the amount that they have to spend will increase. So x is directly proportional to y. Therefore, x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So this is y1, y2. So 480 is to x is equal to y1 20 is to 50. This also 5 4s are 5 threes are. So 480 is to x is equal to 4 is to 3. So what are we getting? Therefore 480 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 3. So 480 is to x is equal to 2 into 4 is to 3 into 3. 2 into 4 into x is equal to 480 into 3 into 3. So x is equal to 480 into 3 into 3 by 2 into 4. 4 ones are 4 twos are. 2 ones are 2 six are 0. That means 60 into 9, 540. Therefore, cost of rice, cost of rice required is equal to rupees 540. This is the answer, children. So, let us see what is this problem dealing with. Rice costing 480 rupees for 8 members, it comes for 20 days. Now, for 12 members for 15 days, how much will be the cost of the rice? Now, cost of the rice becomes x because here x is there, here y, here y. Cost of rice is directly proportional to number of members because if members increases, then the cost of rice also means they need to spend more for that rice cost. So, x is directly proportional to y. That means x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. X1 and x2, this is y1 and y2. So 480 is to x is equal to 8 is to 12. 8 is to 12. So 4 twos are 4 threes are. So 480 is to x is 2 is to 3. This is the simplified ratio. 480. Okay. Now, cost of rice and number of days. If days increase, they have to spend more. So both of them are directly proportional. So x is directly proportional to y. X1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So 480 is to x is equal to 20 is to 50. So 5 fours are, 5 threes are. So 480 is to x is 4 is to 3. That means 480 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 3. So 480 is to x is 2 into 4 is to 3 into 3. So 2 into 4 into x is equal to 480 into 3 into 3. So x is equal to how much we are getting? 480 into 3 by 2 into 4. I am simplifying. I have got it as 540 rupees. Children, cost of the rice required is 540. Please note it down. Now, second problem. 10 men can lay a road of 75 kilometers long in 5 days. In how many days 15 men can lay a road of 45 kilometers long? So, we have got number of men and length of road and number of days. So, 10 men can lay a road of 75 kilometers in 5 days. In how many days? That is, days should be considered as x. 15 men can lay a road of 45 kilometers. So we could make the statements with the help of the problem. So x is here, so consider this as x. If this is x, this is y and this is y. So let us see first number of days. They are inversely proportional to men. If men decreases, days will increase. If men increases, days will decrease. That means x is inversely proportional to y. Therefore, x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So this is y1 and this is y2. So x1, this is x1, x2. So 5 is to x is equal to 15 is to 10. 15 is to 10, 5 threes are, 5 twos are. So 5 is to x is equal to 3 is to 2. We have got first ratio. Next, let us go to the next part. Number of days and rows. How are they? Length of the road and number of days. Number of days directly proportional to length of the road, because if days increases, length covered will be more. So x is directly proportional to y. Therefore, x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So 5 is to x is equal to 75 is to 45. So 15 5s are 75, 15 threes are 45. So 5 is to x is equal to 5 is to 3. So now compound ratio of 5 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 3 is to 2 and 5 is to 3. That means 5 is to x is equal to 3 into 5 is to 2 into 3. So 3 into 5 into x is equal to 3 into 5 into x is equal to 2 into 3 into 5. What is x? 2 into 3 into 5 by 3 into 5. 3, 3, 5, 5 will get cancelled. X is 2. So how many days 15 men can lay? So number of days is equal to 2. This is the answer, children. So what is the problem? See children, in this problem we have got two ratios, direct and inverse. 10 members, 75 kilometers length of road, they will do it in 5 days. 15 men, 45 kilometers road, how many days they will do? So since x is here, we consider this as x and the remaining two are y. Now with this we have to compare this. Number of days and men, they are inversely proportional. We know that if men increases, days will decrease. If men decreases, days will increase. So x is inversely proportional to y. X is to y. X1 is to x2 is y2 is to y1. X1 is to x2 is y2 is to y1. So 5 is to x is 3 is to 2 I have got. Now number of days and road. When days increase, length will be also be increased. So they are directly proportional. So x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So 5 is to x is 75 is to 45. That is 5 is to 3. So now 5 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 3 is to 2 and 5 is to 3. So 5 is to x is equal to 3 into 5 is to 2 into 3. So 3 into 5 into x is 2 into 3 into 5. Product of means is equal to product of extremes. So x is equal to 2 is the answer. Number of days are 2. Please note it down. Third problem, 24 men working at 8 hours per day can do a piece of work in 15 days. In how many days can 20 men working at 9 hours per day complete it? So here you have got number of men, time, working hours. Next, number of days. 24 men working for 8 hours a day can complete the job in 15 days. And 20 men working for 9 hours a day, how many days they will take? This is the problem. So x is here, consider it as x. This is y, this is y. Now Number of days is inversely proportional to number of men. We know that if men increases, days decrease. Men decreases, days will increase. So x is inversely proportional to y. Therefore, x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So this is x1, x2, y1, y2. So 15 is to x is equal to 20 is to 24. That means 4 5s are 20, 4 6 are. So 15 is to x is equal to 5 is to 6. Next. Number of men and number of hours. Number of hours. If working hours increases, days will decrease. If working hours decreases, days will increase. So here number of days, not men. Number of days is inversely proportional to time. That means x is inversely proportional to y. So x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So this is y1, sorry. This is y1 and this is y2. So 15 is to x is equal to 9 is to 8. So we will take 15 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 5 is to 6 and 9 is to 8. So 15 is to x is equal to 5 into 9 is to 6 into 8. So 5 into 9 into x is equal to 6 into 8 into 15. So what is x? 6 into 8 into 15 by 5 into 9. So 5 ones are 5 threes are, 3 ones are 3 threes are, 3 ones are 3 twos are, 2 eights are 16. Therefore, number of days is equal to 16. This is the answer for this problem, children. So once again, 24 men working for 8 hours can finish a job in 15 days. 20 men working for 9 hours, how many days? So since x is here, x, y, y. Number of days and number of men, when you see, they are inversely proportional. So y x is inversely proportional to y. x1 is to x2 is y2 is to y1. So 15 is to x is 20 is to 24. So 5 is to 6. I have got 15 is to x is equal to. Similarly, number of days and time. If time increases, days will decrease. They are also inversely proportional. So x1 is to x2 is y2 is to y1. 15 is to x is 9 is to 8. So 15 is to x is compound ratio of 5 is to 6 and 9 is to 8. So that is 15 is to x is equal to 5 into 9 is to 6 into 8. So product of means 5 into 9 into x is equal to product of extremes 6 into 8 into 15. So x is equal to, I have got 16. 16 days is the answer for this problem, children. Please note it down. Now, fourth question, children. 175 men can dig a canal 3,150 meters long in 36 days. How many men are required to dig a canal 3,900 meters long in 24 days? So, number of men and length of canal and number of days. 175 men can dig 3,150 meters long in 36 days. How many men? Men X. 3,900 meters long canal in 24 days. So here X is there. So this is X. This is Y. This is Y. So number of men and length of the canal, they are directly proportional. Directly proportional to length of the canal. That means what? X is directly proportional to y. Therefore, x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. So this is x1, this is x2, y1 and y2. So 175 is to x is equal to 3150 is to 3900. 0, 0 will get cancelled. 15 twos are 30, 15 ones are 15, 15 twos are 30, 15 six are 90. So 175 is to x is equal to 21 is to 26. We can't further simplify it, so leave it like that. Now, number of men is inversely proportional to number of days. We know that. If men increases, days decreases. If men decreases, days will increase. So, x is inversely proportional to y. x1 is to x2 is equal to y2 is to y1. So, this is y1, this is y2. So, 175 is to x is equal to 24 is to 36. 12 twos are 12 threes are. So 175 is to x is equal to 2 is to 3. So here, therefore, 175 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 21 is to 26 and 2 is to 3. That means 175 is to x is equal to 21 into 2 is to 26 into 3. So 21 into 2 into x is equal to 26 into 3 into 175. So what is x? 26 into 3 into 175 by 21 into 2. 3 ones are 3 sevens are. 7 twos are 7 fives are. 2 ones are 2 13s are. So 25 threes are 75. 25 ones are 25. 5 30 32. 325. So what is x? Number of men. So number of men required is equal to 325 is the answer for this problem, children. So let me teach you once again here. The problem is 175 men can dig 3,150 meters long canal in 36 days and 3,900 meters canal in 24 days to dig. How many men are required? So here x is there. So this is x, this is y, this is y. Number of men and length of canal are directly proportional. So x1 is to x2 is equal to y1 is to y2. This is y1 is to y2. Okay. So here x1, x2, y1, y2. 175 is to x is 3150 is to 3900. So 0 and 0 can be cancelled. 15 twos are 15 ones are 15 twos are 15 six are. 21 is to 26. 175 is to x is equal to. Similarly, number of men and number of days, they are inversely proportional. If men increases, days decrease. So x1 is to x2 is y2 is to y1. 175 is to x is 24 is to 36. 12 twos are 12 threes are. So 175 is to x is equal to compound ratio of 21 is to 26 and 22 is to 3. So on calculation, I got x value as 325. Children, please note it down. Now 14 typists typing 6 hours a day can take 12 days to complete the manuscript of a book. Manuscript means the matter will be written in hand, by hand, that should be typed. So how many days will 4 typists working 7 hours a day can do the same job? So here number of typists, number of hours, number of days. So 14 typists working for 6 hours a day can complete the work in 12 days. Then how many days? Days we don't know X. 4 typists working for 7 hours a day will do. So X is here, so this is X, this is Y, this is Y. So here number of days, and number of typists inversely proportional. Number of days inversely proportional to number of typists. Why? If typists increases, number of days will be decreased. So X is inversely proportional to Y. Therefore, X1 is to X2 is equal to Y2 is to Y1. So this is X1, X2, this is Y1, Y2. So 12 is to X is equal to 4 is to 14. That is 2 2s are 2 7s are. So 12 is to X is equal to 2 is to 7. Next, number of days and working hours. If working hours increases, days will decrease. So number of days is inversely proportional to 1 by number of hours. That means X is inversely proportional to Y. So X1 is to X2 is equal to Y2 is to Y1. So this is Y1, this is Y2. So 12 is to X is equal to 7 is to 6. So let us continue. So 12 is to X is equal to compound ratio of 2 is to 7 and 7 is to 6. That means 12 is to X is equal to 2 into 7 is to 7 into 6. So 2 into 7 into X is equal to 7 into 6 into 12. So what is X? 7 into 6 into 12 by 2 into 7. 7 and 7 will get cancelled. 2 1s are 2 6 are. That is 36. So how many days will take? Number of days is nothing but number of days is equal to 36 is the answer. So let me see it once again. Number of typists, 14 typists working 6 hours a day can complete typing of a manuscript 12 days. If 4 typists are available, they are working for 7 days. How many days they will take to complete the job? So here X is there, so X, Y, Y. Now number of days and typists are inversely proportional. So X1 is to X2 is Y2 is to Y1. That is 12 is to X. So 12 is to X is equal to 4 is to 14. That is 2 2s are 2 7s are. Now number of days and number of hours also inversely proportional. So X is inversely proportional to Y. X1 is to X2 is Y2 is to Y1. So 12 is to X is 7 is to 6. So compound ratio 12 is to X is equal to compound ratio of 2 is to 7 and 7 is to 6. So 12 is to X is equal to 2 into 7 is to 7 into 6. X is equal to, I got 36 days. it takes to complete the job, children. So, copy it. With this chapter is completed, children. In the next class, I will be doing the new chapter.